All right, welcome back, guys. I'm Jack with Bonfire Locks. Today is Monday, February 17th, and we got 4 picks for you guys, 3 in the college basketball and 1 bonus pick for the Four Nations Faceoff today. As always, please like, subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it's completely free, and it helps us out a lot. We're trying to blow up this channel as much as possible. Really wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of February, and you guys can help make that happen. Send it to a friend who needs a win today. We went 2-1 in yesterday's picks, where we had South Dakota plus 6.5, Creighton 6 plus 6.5, which was a wild game. If you guys watched that one, Creighton was up the whole time. Then St. John's came back. I thought it was going to be a repeat of Arizona and Kentucky that we faced the day prior. I was like, please, gambling gods. I was praying to them that they would finally help us out, and they did. It was back and forth, and if you watch the end of it, we got a complete garbage time layup so that we covered, and that was the best. The third pick that didn't hit, it was Drake moneyline and Milwaukee moneyline on the parlay. Milwaukee hit. Drake finally lost to Bradley. It was a close game, but unfortunately, if they had won, then we would have won 3-0. Nice clean sweep of the day, but, you can't win them all. We're finally, I really felt like the gambling gods were on our side with that Creighton layup. We finally felt like we got some help. But that's a good mojo going into today. Again, I know a lot of people have today off. I have it off. It's a great day. So now let's get into the picks. Now again, as always, we're on Bovada, my favorite sports book. If you want a free, or not a free, but if you want a deposit bonus, $250. The link is in the description below. I used it. It's phenomenal. All my boys use it. We've been gambling on here for years. It's the cleanest site that they have in the country. Okay. So there's a lot of throughout the day, there's a lot of lesser known college games. You can probably find some value there in some of these other ones. We have Lehigh, Bucknell. The games for basketball don't start till 5:30. So you have plenty of time to watch this video. And again, that's why we say put on notifications so you get the video on time. But first game we're going to be looking at is Duke, Virginia. Currently, Duke is minus 13 at Virginia, and the total is at 133. Now, previous videos, I've been mainly focusing on the spreads. However, this total really stuck out to me. So let's go over to, you can see based off Arizona Baylor, that'll be one of the other games we're talking about later today. So, we always check the ATS. Duke's pretty good. They were positive. Virginia's not so much. Straight up units, it's pretty much a wash. Over hits for Virginia, but because their defense is where they've always been. They've always been strong on defense. And I mean, you can see here the point differential. Duke 81 points. I mean, that's a 17-point swing. The problem is taking these massive. I know Duke's phenomenal. Cooper Flagg's been unbelievable this year. They're hanging 14. It's just a lot of points. Too much for my liking. But that's why I want to look at the total. You see here, Virginia's actually gone over their totals in 8 of their last 10. And Duke's totals are much higher, and they've been kind of every other, They put up a ton of points and can easily on a regular basis. But if we go back to how many points they average, that's a combined average of 145 combined. So 145, keep in mind, is their combined season total average. The line's only 133. Now again, I believe this is because Arizona is at home, but I'm taking that odds. That's a 13. 147. I am a math major, but for some reason, sometimes it's 145, and we got 133. That's a 12-point spread on their season averages compared to what the total line is for this game. So I think that's tremendous value. 12 points. That's huge in college basketball, and so I really, really like that. Take our first pick of the day over 133, Duke, Virginia. Now, tonight's a big night game day. Also, too, the Four Nation Faceoff. Stay tuned for those picks. Those are closer during the day, so make sure you stay tuned for those. Great picks in those. I feel very very good about those. Next, we're looking at Arizona Baylor. Now, we go over this game. Arizona Baylor. Arizona destroyed us in this last game right here. Houston, Arizona. We had Arizona plus 2.5. They were leading the whole game. They've come off back-to-back brutal losses against two very strong teams. Now, I think that favors us. I think that helps us out a lot. I know going on the road is difficult in college, especially too. Baylor is a phenomenal team. However, I think they're finally waking up. They know they need to get a win. They need to make their resume look better if they want to get a higher seed in the tournament. So I like Arizona here. Again, two back-to-back losses. Prior to that, they had won 6 straight. Whereas Baylor is just up and down constantly. They win against the spread, they don't, or they don't, they win. They're way too up and down for me. Whereas I think the consistency in Arizona for winning 6 straight up and ATS, and then losing back-to-back straight up and ATS is in our favor. There's also, too, if you see the games that they win, their point total goes over. The games that they lose, they go under, which Baylor's also gone over. So let me see what their point. So the first pick we're taking in this game is we're going to take Arizona +1. And let me see what their total. The total is 151. What are the season averages? That is 160. So if you want to lean to a side on the over on the total too, I'm definitely leaning on the over. I'll probably stay away though, just because their last game was very low scoring. However, I think they'll win. I think they'll put up points. I think Caleb Love will shine out. He had a decent game against Houston, but I know that they're going to need to play very well. So I'm going to put up Arizona +1 for our second pick of the day. Now, before we get into the last college basketball pick, please make sure we have daily fantasy sponsorships. We have Bovada. All of them are great. I always talk about having several different sports books, daily fantasy apps, to make sure you're getting the best lines for the picks that you want. Again, we're always looking at here, especially on Odds Trader that we use, shop lines. There's different lines, different odds, making sure you use the best one. So sign up on several different fantasy apps. We have double deposits on Vivid, Wana, Betr, Chalkboard. Vivid, Betr, and Chalkboard are all traditional daily fantasy apps. And then Wana is actually a really cool new contest-based one where you're actually going against the house you're going against the public and other players instead of the house. So you can turn literally a $2 parlay into $2,000 by winning one of their contests or coming in the money. So it's almost like a traditional how DraftKings originally started. So I would definitely check them out. Check them all out. Use my code Bonfire. Sign up with my code. It's a win-win. You guys get the free plays. I get the referral bonus. It helps me out a ton. So I appreciate it. And as always, on Bovada, $250 sign-up bonus. They'll match 50% of your first-time deposit. And they're always offering great deals. Always offering additional when you deposit more money. A ton of different deals. They have a live dealer that I love. Me and my boys use it all the time. Sportsbook, I'm constantly in here. So again, it helps me out a ton. And let me know in the comments if you're tailing or fading these picks. One of our members the other day went 2-0 in their comments pick, so I might start, I'll take the picks that you guys take, and I'll take the one that I like. We'll ride it. I'll post it on my Instagram, and we'll see how it does. So comment your best bets for the day, and I will tail one with you guys. And for our last pick for college basketball, we're going the K-State Utah game. Let's go here, K-State. So, K-State, again, ATS straight up, pretty similar. Straight up units, K-State actually takes that by about 7. Matchup, the points are pretty similar. All of these are, very similar. Let's see how they played recently. Bad game against BYU. But prior to that, K-State was crushing it. They're a wagon. They've played phenomenal. Whereas Utah, the other side, is just all over the place. They haven't been playing. They played well against Kansas. Kansas on the road is kind of bad. They have been for a while. They play good at home. They don't do well on the road. But I like K-State in this game a lot. So I'm taking K-State on the +2.5. So again, our I'm just taking this straight up. So our three best picks for college basketball today. We're going 25, 25, 25. And we're going over in Duke, Virginia, 133. Arizona, +1. K-State, +2.5. So I'll place those. Now again, we're now going to get in the Four Nation Faceoff picks. Please again, comment, like, subscribe. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Helps to send this out to more people. As there's more engagement on the video, they post it out to more people. So any engagement that you guys have, like, commenting, subscribing, it helps me out a ton, and I truly appreciate it. And it is free and takes 2 seconds. Now let's get into a little bonus Four Nation Face-Off. So my best bet for the Four Nation Face-Off today, I know the game's unfortunately in like 3 hours, but I like the over in Canada, Finland. Now both of these teams have the benefit of playing before Sweden, USA. USA is already locked into the championship on Thursday, which will be insane in Boston, in my hometown. It's going to be rocking. That place will be insane. We want to play Canada. I want to play Canada again. I want to beat them on our home turf. We beat them on their turf. I want to beat them now on our turf. Both of the goalies for Canada and Finland are terrible. The goalies so far have been really bad besides Hallenbach for USA. So I would take Canada, Finland over 6 goals. I think this game will end up being, Barrett 4-3, 5-3. I could easily see it being like a 5-3 game. The other pick that I would probably lean towards is taking Canada -1.5. They're going to do everything possible to win this game. Finland got destroyed, got blown out by Team USA. And Canada is extremely fast. USA was the better team, but Team Canada is the fastest team on the ice at any given moment. So they're going to be able to turn up a notch, score a ton of goals, and Finland scores a couple of goals, Canada scores 5 or 6, and we're good on this pick. So over Canada, Finland, we'll take that. And then for the later game's hard to determine. I would say wait. If you're gonna bet the the USA Sweden game, wait until the Canada Finland game ends. If the game goes to overtime, Sweden can then, if they win outright against the USA, then they win and they get into the championship. However, if Canada wins outright in regulation, then they automatically make it. So then the 8 o'clock game between Sweden and USA does not matter for either team. You can kind of take either side on that. You might want to take Sweden +1.5, or I don't know. I don't know how you'd want to really take it once, because it's truly an exhibition game. So those are kind of hard to take. But again, those are our 4 best bets. Duke, Virginia over 133, K-State +2.5, Arizona +1, Canada, Finland over 6. So again, please like, subscribe, comment. We have all the links for the daily fantasy apps and Bovada in the description below. Please check those out. It's a win-win. Helps me out, helps you out. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good one.